as Usman said, innovation at UNICEF is doing something new or different that adds value to UNICEF's work for the most vulnerable children. So I work with the innovation team in New York, and our innovation work is based on a set of principles that advocate for designing with the end user, understanding the local ecosystem, designing for scale, and building open source and using open data. And with over half of the global population under 30, mainstreaming innovations for youth and supporting youth-led innovation are essential to the future of UNICEF's work and work globally. And as the institutions that are training the next generation of leaders and researchers, universities are an essential part of this landscape. So for us, academic partnerships are a critical way that we can engage young talent and begin developing sustainable solutions. Academic partnerships for UNICEF are about collaborative investment in new research and methods while engaging the next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs in open design for children. And this feeds into a broader pipeline of UNICEF support for entrepreneurs, which includes our recently launched Innovation Fund, which is a venture-style fund that invests in open source solutions for children. And as a first step towards a multi-dimensional, hopefully longer-term collaboration with the University of Nairobi. Through programs like the D-School, we believe that we can enhance the leadership and innovation capacity of young people. Through programs like Nairobi Innovation Week, we can convene diverse stakeholders and facilitate interdisciplinary and cross-sectoral exchange. And this is a great opportunity for both of us to invest in sustainable infrastructure and interdisciplinary problem solving.
Some of our Edison Internet of Things boards will be providing mentorship with that, and we'll also be assisting with some of the co-marketing for some of the finalists that will take their product into production. Because it's one thing to develop something and to win a competition, it's another thing, and what is more important is to take that solution into the field to make a difference into the lives of people. One of the things that we want to do as a result of this is look at how do we support the startups in a new way. So we're going to be supporting the initiative with initial support, funding for the growth of it, being partner of the Innovation Week that's going to happen again. But ultimately the goal is to make a difference in the lives of people. And so for the startups that's part of this, our challenge to you is to not look at this only as a competition for now. Our challenge for you is to look at the lives of the people that you are going to improve and that you're going to make a difference in. That's first of all. The second thing is that don't look only at your local communities. Look at Africa as a broader spectrum. Look at how this could make a difference in the lives of countries in the rest of Africa, and how it will support the economic development and growth of Kenya because of the export that could come from this. So with that, I would like to again thank University of Nairobi for UNICEF for their partnership. This is something that we're very excited about, and we're looking forward to seeing the outcome of this.
I want to appreciate, I've captured what UNICEF has said and what Intel has said, that technology with impact. I believe that I have a small quarter-acre of land where I'm born, and if I want to construct a building there, I don't need to be traveling 400 kilometers to the west of Kenya to monitor it every week. See, I can monitor it from where I sit. Can I be assured of that, Tony? Is that what you mean? Thank you very much. Let me have the pleasure of inviting the representative of the VC and our DVC, Professor Henry Mutoro.
You will all agree with me that Kenya is uniquely positioned and well endowed with a promising innovation ecosystem that, if well guided and managed, can have a transformative effect in organizations in the country, the continent, and the world at large. As a leading university in the region and on the continent, we recognize our critical role in being at the center of the innovation ecosystem on the African continent, and as such, we have positioned innovation as one of the defining pillars of the university leadership. I congratulate the team of startups admitted to this program. There were over 160 applications, a clear indication that we have received some really smart ideas and committed teams.
Almost 6 out of 10 children are deprived, which is, in terms of estimation, like over 16 million of children do not have access to the basic social services like sanitation, clean drinking water, education, health, nutrition, and shelter. Like, these are the core pillars for children's well-being. And I'm saying around 16 million children do not have access to these basic services. Also, in a country where 8 out of 10 children are deprived, especially in hard-to-reach areas, the need to put children issues at the center of design processes has never been greater. We are all aware that innovation comes from a pressing need. And I think over the last 10 years, Kenya was among the African countries which are the crown jewel of innovation in East Africa, particularly. But in Africa, I think there are many, many innovations that started here in Kenya.
So Intel is partnering with the University of Nairobi and with UNICEF to enable students and new developers with the skills that they require to develop Internet of Things solutions, not just from a initial idea phase, but further to bring it to life. We believe the Internet of Things have the ability to make an impact in the lives of so many people. It could be something as simple as helping a farmer with monitoring the water levels on his farm, all the way through to solutions that are monitoring, for instance, security or traffic flow. And the enablement that we're doing specifically here with the university is university had over 160 companies that were shortlisted or participants that were shortlisted. They decided eventually on 12, and in partnership with UNICEF and the university, there is going to be design thinking training that's going to be given to university students and the other people that were shortlisted. The next phase is we will work with them on enabling them with 10 of the Intel Edison Internet of Things boards for them to do their development work around it. And then as a next step, a few select shortlisted companies and innovators, we will support them with go-to-market funding for bringing their products to market.
You know, I'm sure by now you've seen people who come up with apps and mobile applications and websites, but you wonder whether they were really solving a problem. Somebody comes up with and says, you know, I can assemble a drone, but then what will the drone do, all right? So you must start from the problem. And the way this training program is designed is that we are not going to talk technology the first day. For the first half of the entire program, we're going to focus on the consumer, on the user, on the problem, on the need, and what is the possible solution. So the students will be expected to go out there and interview users, talk to them, use specific techniques to engage with the users in depth. We call it understanding the user needs, all right? It's called user empathy, okay? So once they collect all the information they need, then they sit around in a multidisciplinary way. You get someone from engineering, from computer science, and from human sciences, and from business. Then they engage and interact about those problems and the possible solutions that they can create. That is what UNICEF leads the entire team. After we go through the human-centered design phase, which is like half of the entire program, we go into the business modeling. You know, you have to think about a business model before you even create the solution. So you think about, who is the customer? Who will pay? How much will they pay? Who is my partner? Who will supply for me this? How do I move this challenge into a real product? What are the channels to take this product to the consumer? How do I get there? What is the value that I'm actually creating here? What would be the potential impact? How will I make money? So all those things, the young people have to be taught about all that. And that's the role that the University of Nairobi, with a few other partners, will do to help the students create a value proposition model. We have a canvas that we use, value proposition canvas, and then they create a business model canvas, and then a user need canvas. Okay? Once they put all that together, then they have a sense of what the business is.
So this is one of the features we have in the real-sense technology. Just move closer. So this is facial recognition and identification. So it's facial recognition and facial recognition and identification. So it's the most accurate facial recognition technology in the market. Scans all the 74 points on your face, and you're able to use it for various authentication mechanisms.
Intel came in to sponsor some engineering students to design a robot which would be used as a curriculum to learn hardware, which, and in actual sense, this is building us in terms of acquiring practical skills that you can apply out there. So my advice would be to the applicants of this initiative by Intel and the University of Nairobi is that it is actually achievable. We would have demoed this there, but due to time and also because of some issues, it is up to you. The ball is in your court now, and you can develop anything for a better Kenya for tomorrow.